And when he was at the place, he said unto them, Pray that ye enter not into temptation. And he was withdrawn from them about a stone's cast, and kneeled down and prayed, saying, Father, if thou be willing, remove this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. Verse 43, And there appeared an angel unto him from heaven, doing what? So here's the Lord Jesus Christ. Does this not show the human side of this? That here he is the night before he's going to go die to pay for the sin of the nation of Israel. That he's in such agony that to comfort him and to strengthen him, who comes to help him? An angel. So the angels, they predict his birth. They announce his birth the night he's born. They minister to him. They offer direction to Joseph and Mary and the family. And they're also, come with me to Matthew chapter 26. They also stand ready and watch through his trial, through his crucifixion, ready to defend him should he call upon them. Matthew chapter 26. This is the betrayal and arrest. Verse 52. Then said Jesus unto him, Put up again thy sword into his place, for all that take the sword shall perish with the sword. Look at verse 53. Thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of what? All Jesus would have had to do is to say to these little peons that are messing with him, you know what, Lord? Take care of these guys. And whoo, done. But that wasn't whose will. That wasn't the Father's will. The Father's will was for the obedient, suffering servant Son to go to the cross and do what? Die and to offer Himself as a payment for sin. We studied this back when we were talking about Christmas, right? Why was God made flesh? He was made flesh for the suffering of what? Death. But here He is on the eve of His death, at His arrest, and Peter, He cuts the ear off that guy and He says, Peter, what are you doing? Look it. I could have 12 legions of angels here in a second if I wanted to. I don't need you. But were they there? All it would have taken was for Him to speak the word and they would have been there. What about after Christ's resurrection? Come with me to Matthew 28. Matthew 28, verse 1. At the end of the Sabbath, as it began to dawn toward the first day of the week, came Mary Magdalene and the other Mary to the sepulchre. And behold, there was a great earthquake. For the angel of the Lord descended from heaven and came and rolled back the stone from the door and what? Who opened the tomb? Who opened the tomb? The angel of the Lord. They announce His birth. And they open the tomb for Him to walk out alive. The announcement. Angels also announce the resurrection. Same chapter. Look at verse 5. Well, verse 4. And for fear of him the keepers did shake and became as dead men. And the angel answered and said unto the woman, Fear not, for I know that ye seek Jesus which was crucified. He is not here, for He is risen, as He said. Come see the place where the Lord was. Isn't that fascinating? That just as they announced His birth back there in Luke chapter 2, they also are there to announce His resurrection from the dead in Matthew 28. They're there from before He's born, and they're there for Him, and they're ministering as part of His ministry after He comes back from the dead. And they also attend His ascension into heaven. Come with me to Acts chapter 1. Acts chapter 1, look at verse 10. You know, the angels, the apostles, they're standing there, the disciples, they're watching this, and they see Jesus ascend up into heaven out of their sight at the end of verse 9 and then in verse 10. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven, as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel, which said, Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Jesus which is taken up from you into heaven shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into where? So they're there, they're still educating these guys. Hey, what are you worried about? You see him go up, he's going to what? He's going to come back. So you see, angelic ministry, the angels as ministering spirits, from the earliest days of God dealing with Abraham. I left stuff out. Who was it that announces the destruction to Sodom and Gomorrah? Angels. From the very earliest days that God deals with Israel as a nation, you see angelic ministration. All the way from before Christ was born till He ascends up into heaven. And you also see the angelic ministration in the ages to come. The angels are going to minister again in similar ways during the ages to come. Come with me to Revelation chapter 7. One of the things that the angels do is that they seal and protect the 144,000 during the tribulation period. Revelation chapter 7, verse 1. And after these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth. And the wind should not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, say, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of God in their what? Who is it that seals these 144,000 out of all 12 tribes of the nation of Israel? It's angels. They're still ministering to Israel even in the ages to come. Angels will also announce the destruction of Babylon, along with all of those who worship the beast. Come with me to Revelation 14. See, do the angels just sit around and sip tea and eat donuts and, have a gay old time in heaven? Or do they have things that they do for God? Revelation chapter 14, verse 4. These are they which are not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb, whithersoever He goeth. These are redeemed from among men, being the firstfruits unto God and to the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no guile, and they were without fault before the throne. Verse 6. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred, and tongue and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear God, and give glory and honor, and give glory to Him. Notice, for the hour of His judgment is what? Come. And worship Him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of waters. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations to drink the wine of the wrath of her what? The angels in there during the tribulation, they're going to announce the judgment of God on the nations. Not only are they going to announce the judgment of God on the nations, but they are also the ones that are going to carry forth the judgment. Look at Revelation chapter 8. Look at Revelation chapter 8. The trumpet judgments that sound during the tribulation are going to be blown by angels. Revelation chapter 8, look at verse 2. And I saw 7 angels which stood before God, and to them were given 7 trumpets. And another angel came and stood by the altar having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of the saints upon the golden altar which stood before the throne. Remember what I said to you last Sunday about the earthly tabernacle being patterned after the heavenly one? What's in that earthly tabernacle? A brazen what? Altar. Okay? And here you see the same thing where? In heaven.